Okay, tonight what we're going to do is we're going to walk through exactly how you use the Conklin, grow your Conklin business through sponsorship. And that's always been the name of the game. I remember what Ben Welch told me many, many, many years ago, probably 4.5 decades ago, that there's no question whether the chicken or the egg comes first in the Conklin business. You got to sponsor if you're going to build an organization. We've been talking about using Facebook in the last couple of weeks. We've been talking about our Family 21 co-op advertising programs, where we've generated almost, by the end of this week, it'll be over 900 leads that we've generated that are leads we wouldn't have come across any other way. We talked 2 weeks ago about the need to get involved in the Conklin marketing system. And then we talked last week about developing your own Facebook page that's a business Facebook page associated with your personal Facebook page. And there's all kinds of YouTube videos like these that are 11 to 23 minutes long, explaining to you exactly how to do that better than I can. The second thing we talked about is as you set up your business Facebook page, you want to create an identity of your own. You don't want to use the Conklin name. You want to use Conklin product names behind the scene, but basically what you want to do is you want to develop your own logo. Yield Champions is one example. This is the platform that we use to generate our co-op ag leads. So how to create effective posts? Well, we know how, if you've used Facebook, how to create posts, but you want effective posts that then you can boost and get the attention of people that are interested in what we have to offer, whether it's the business or if it's the products themselves. This is an example of a Yield Champion post that I did a couple weeks ago. Generated 4 new leads in a 2-week period of time. 3 of those guys will be into the Pro Ag in Bettendorf, Iowa. And this is one where I was targeting a specific geographic area. So I'm not going to go into that a lot more, but when you boost a post, you're getting it in front of people who meet certain profiles in certain geographic areas. You decide where you want to have those posted and who you want them to be seen by, when you want it to run, and how many dollars you're willing to invest to get it in front of those people. And again, there's YouTube videos that will show you how to boost a post, how to write an effective post, and then how to boost it. This is where we kind of marry these two technologies of Facebook advertising through boosted posts and the Conklin marketing system. You should be on the Conklin marketing system. I'm sure all of you that are listening to this either are familiar with it or you're already involved with it. But if you click the login when you first go into your Conklin marketing system, you get this home screen. When you get this home screen, one of the things that you'll find is it's got a list of your contacts. It's got your marketing, which will be things like your emails that are going out to your prospects, your websites. That's what we're going to look at first. If you click on websites, the drop-down menu shows our co-op campaigns. This is where I check every day to see how many new leads we've had coming in off of our co-op ad campaigns. But it also is where you decide which of your landing pages, if you're running your own personal ads, which of the landing pages that are offered by Conklin that become personalized for you as you select them, you want your prospects to see. Once you've done that, you pick that landing page from here within this collection, and you can actually run multiple ads with multiple different landing pages, all of which are personalized for you, utilizing the system. But once you get that all set up, 90% plus of what you're going to do probably is going to be directly from the app that you have on your smartphone. You just download this app, the Conklin Marketing System, off of the Google Play Store. As I understand it, for Androids, and for Apple, it's for iPhones, it's the App Store. And so once you get that downloaded, you enter your username and password, and then you can log on and you can virtually do everything easier, simpler, quicker from your phone than you probably can from the app itself, from the website, I should say. So here is what my home screen looks like when I open it up, and I've got 29 prospects, 1 interested prospect, and you can categorize, you can move people between those categories. Here's an example, Alex Blackwood. She's going to be becoming a commercial purchaser. This is how the lead would come in on my iPhone. It'll come in as an email. Tells me that Alex Blackwood, this is her email, this is her phone number, she's from Florida. And then she saw us on Facebook. I can go to the app though, and I can see exactly which one of our co-op ad campaign email that she's now getting. And that will tell me if she's a fast track lead, an ag lead, or a contractor lead. So how do we set up the new customers, distributors, or commercial purchasers? Well, this is what I mainly wanted to cover tonight, is to show you how, using the Conklin.com website, you can sign up a customer or distributor very, very easily, very quickly. They automatically get a distributor number very quickly. It's actually emailed to both them and their sponsor. Commercial purchasers, different deal. We're going to talk about that. But first, let's go to the how to set up somebody at Conklin.com. You got a person that wants to get signed up. I was signing up a guy today. He was in Illinois, Tampico, Illinois. I went to Conklin.com and the screen comes up and it looks just like this. You see in this upper left-hand corner, you'll see welcome, sign in. If as a distributor, I could sign in, but I don't want to because I'm going to help him create an account. So he's just sharing his information with me over the phone. I click create an account. So we're not signed up. I'm sorry, we're not signed in as a distributor. I always tell our new distributors, I say one of the most important things you can do is get online and get to the backstage of the Conklin.com website, because there's a whole lot of information available to you there as a distributor that is not available to the general public. So you just go in as the general public. And when you click on create an account, this is the screen that shows up. It says, for more than 50 years, Conklin's made it possible for tens of thousands of ambitious people to increase their income and achieve financial independence. Click here to get started or to contact somebody. Well, I click get started and here's the screen that shows up. Choose who you want to be your sponsor. So you can find a random sponsor by going up here and entering a zip code, and it'll give you a list of all the people that are anywhere close to that zip code that could be your sponsor. Well, in most cases, that's not what you want to do. You have intentionally I found Alex Blackwell or whoever, and I'm going to type in here, if I was signing her up as being her sponsor, I'd type in Dennis Nunn. And when I do that, and I type in Dennis Nunn, and then I click search, this is what comes up. It'll say, choose a Conklin distributor to sign you up, basically. And so here's Dennis and Patricia Nunn from Lincoln, Nebraska, specializing in ag and animal. Once I get to that screen, then I go to the next and it says, okay, what are the options? Well, it'll say one option is to become a distributor. One option is to become a customer. And so I'm going to click the customer screen first so you can see what that looks like. It'll say there's 3 different options for becoming a customer. That means having a direct Conklin account, but you're not actually authorized to sell the products. You're authorized to buy the products. We know the $25 preferred customer is going to buy products at 20% over wholesale price. It's a good way for people that are just buying a few products, want to serve themselves, for you to set them up. It's a one-time $25 fee. There's the standard grower $9.99 and the standard contractor $9.99. Now, I may just be slow, but I just figured out 2 weeks ago, I had a guy that wanted to get set up as a standard grower, wanted to go to the Conklin Pro Ag program as a part of that. But he didn't want to give me a social security number. Well, to become a distributor, you have to provide a social security number. What I didn't realize is if you become a customer of any kind, you do not have to do that. Standard grower would have all the same rights and privileges, same pricing and everything as a distributor, but they don't have to provide their social security number. So this was the perfect option for him. So that's what we did. All it takes to upgrade to a distributor is to submit your social security number, so they can do that anytime later on. So I go back and I say, okay, what are the options to become a distributor? Excuse me. You'll see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different options. A lot of these are very, very similar. And here's the way I explain them when I'm talking to a prospect that comes in off the Conklin marketing system. I say, basically, I start out, show them the inexpensive options to get started, including commercial purchaser. And I take them all the way through and show them how to become a premier contractor, premier grower. And I explain to them the primary difference is that what we've got is a difference in training. A standard grower or a standard contractor gets started with basically a single training program. they get started with either the MR system or the Pro Ag. Whereas a premier contractor, premier grower, they get started and they get 3 training programs. And when you start including the hotel rooms, the meals, the materials, everything else that come along with that, I explained to them, quite frankly, Conklin spends more than $1,400 on every premier contractor or premier grower that comes into our business. They're co-opting the training that's involved in getting you up to speed, especially when you consider the $250 or $150 product credit, and the fact that you've got, in the case of the ag, you've got some soil and tissue tests and so forth. So you click the one that you want. Well, I'm gonna imagine that I clicked the $9.99. What you do is you this says fill out for the distributor agreement, and so we fill out their name, phone number, email address, social security number, date of birth, all that information. If they have a tax exemption form for ag, or if they have a resale sales tax exemption form, they can include that there. They go down here and they include their address and everything else. The next thing that comes up when you click through that then is payment information. You enter their credit card information, you hit send, they say welcome. That distributor and his sponsor will also then go into taking, they'll get an email from Conklin with a distributor number, and it'll automatically be assigned. Now, commercial purchaser is a little different deal. They do not allow you to sign up as a commercial purchaser online. What you can do, though, is if you go into the documents library, along the left-hand side, you'll see this menu bar here. And if you click on the commercial purchaser, it takes you to a page that shows you a variety of different information that's available for commercial purchasers. Well, I just picked out one of those. It's the commercial purchaser for all products. And you can click on the application packet and it'll download the application, price list, everything. And then you can click any of these things. And then once you get there, I just take the application form itself, I copy it, I create it as an image, I add my signature, the date, and so forth, and I email it over to that prospect. It specifically says here that a commercial purchaser account will be activated with an initial payment or product order, $250 product order, or a $25 application fee paid by the sponsor. So I cover that payment of that $25 fee for my commercial purchasers. And so that's, and then you'll see up here, I've checked all product lines. So I send that over to them and I tell them, fill this out for me, just take a snapshot of it with your smartphone, send it back to me. I'll submit it to Conklin. I'll cover the $25 payment and we'll get you set up and going. Now, the next thing we need to do then is continue to work with them and to help them get started, get their first initial orders in, show them. In fact, I was on the phone yesterday with one of my new guys and called in, and we were fortunate to get Barb Croyer, and he placed his first order for some catalogs and literature. So as Kent McSpadden has told us, the fortune's in the follow-up. Last week when we were on the phone, Kent says, yeah, but the power's in the pattern. And I like that. It is a system. We've got a system, and our recruiting is way up from last year in my personal organization. And I know this whole system and the things that we're learning from our classified, our ads online through social media, that's what's generating those leads. So with that, we're going to wrap up this evening. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen, and we're going to end the recording.